Hi, I hope you liked the previous video where I removed the rubber coating on the two Gizmondos, and now I want to show a quick method to replace a Gizmondo battery. These Gizmondo batteries, the original ones, are all bulky, all dead or nearly dead. They no longer work, and the problem with them, there is no real replacement, and that's just they never made any batteries which has the same pin out and voltage than the Gizmondos and the same size as well. So for a long while I was trying to look for alternative, to find someone who can make me a pin connector for batteries which could be compatible with the Gizmondo, but I didn't find anyone, and I just got bored of it, and I found a solution. I think it's a bit controversial, and maybe you don't want to use it because you think it might be a little bit risky. I've done many of the Gizmondos and applied this battery fix, and had no issues. So I'm just going to show how to do it. If you want to do it, do it for your own risk. Basically, as you can see it on the internet, there's these compatible Sanyo DBL40 batteries, can be bought from Germany. I bought it on eBay. It was only a couple of pounds for the battery, and this is compatible. It's charging and everything. The issue is that it's not doesn't have the same pin out, so the size is different, the layout is different. It's just not good. So as you can see, what I did is I got some wires and I just solder the wires to the pins of the battery. Probably it's not something anyone would recommend to do, but it just works, so why not? So the second thing I did is I added some solder to the solder pads of the battery, but I only used the back of the solder pad and only applied just a little. Reason of that is you have the original pins and they will touching the front of these pads, so I don't want to damage them. Okay, so what I need to do is I just need to attach the three wires. It can be any length, but I think it's like 25 centimeter is already comfortable. It already gives you enough space to comfortably work with it. Anyway, once you install it, you don't need to do anything with the battery. It just stays in the Gizmondo. So I start with the middle one, and I attach it to the middle pad, making sure not to touch anything else. That's very important. Okay, that's there. Then the way you put the battery inside is the Sanyo DBR40 pins will be on the upper part, so there's no way for them to touch the pins to create a short circuit or anything. So the the upper part will join to the upper pin, the lower pin will join to the lower pin on the main board as well. So it's easy to not to mix it up. So I start with the upper one. The downside of this mod is that you can't remove the battery, but you don't really need to remove the battery, because if you want to reset the Gizmondo, you can just press the first and the last button on the top of the screen and it will just reset. These original batteries, I remember playing the Gizmondo back in 2007. I played a lot. I played almost every game, and the battery didn't really last very long, maybe like 2-3 hours, not more than that, definitely not more than 3 hours. It wasn't a very strong battery to start with. I think if you read the labeling, it's approximately 1200 milliampere, whilst this one is only 800. I played a lot by using this on. It lasts for about 2.5 hours, so it's not too bad either. Also, you can buy a USB charger for the Gizmondo, so you can just bring your USB power bank and just play as long as you want. In the description, I will write down which USB charger will be compatible with the Gizmondo. Okay, so now it's done. You see, it's gently applied there. Doesn't take too much space, doesn't touch anything else. And I just put this back here. Okay, and I gently put the screws back. Okay. What you need to be really careful when you put the first, you apply some solder to the pads, then you blow the contact. You just don't want it to be overheated, okay? And then secondly, you apply the wire, attach the wire. Again, just blow the pads. You don't want it to be overheated. It should be fine. Okay. As I warned in a previous video, when you do the rubber coat removing, there's a risk that some of the parts will snap off, as the last screw, the holder of the last screw did. I need to use a super glue to put it back for this screw, because this one is just came off. I can't put the screw back anymore. Okay, perfect. So you just put the battery back like this. You see, the pins are here. It doesn't touch anything here, and it's not even moving. As long as you put it back, it just doesn't move anywhere. It's just safe. Okay, bang. So now let's switch it on. Okay. Yeah, it's dead as default. It looks like it takes a while to, oh yeah, finally it's loading. I'm fortunate that the battery is dead, because I want to demonstrate that it is working. However, if you haven't got a battery in the Gizmondo, it wouldn't start in the first place. It takes, my observation, on the first charge, the battery wouldn't last very long. If you charge it 2, 3, 4 times after that, it will get its full capacity. I'm not an expert, but it's just my observation that it takes a few cycles to get to the maximum capacity of the battery, and then it would last 2, 3 hours. Okay, this one started. What I also recommend is, you see, it's just so slow. As soon as the screen moves, I will change it to flight mode, so it doesn't need the SIM anymore. When you put the Gizmondo with the network on, not in flight mode, it takes like 30 seconds for the menu to boot up. If you put it in flight mode, 1, you don't need the SIM card. 2, the menu just will be faster. I should have a memory card here. Okay, so first, the battery is charging. We got a dead battery here, but it is charging. Secondly, if I remove it, it still should stay for a few seconds at least. Yeah, it's okay. So the battery does work. It just works as intended. So yeah, that's a battery fix. Yeah, I recommend everyone to, if you don't mind, if you're not scared to add the solder to the battery, then you have a now working Gizmondo, you can take it anywhere you want. I hope you find the video useful. Thanks for watching.